Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Firstly, happy Independence Day. It's Saturday, it's Independence Day, so happy Independence Day to all of you. Today I thought I would just sit down and make a talk through video about how to find your personal style. Now I feel things are opening up slowly, and this is the best time to work upon finding our personal style, because I have struggled through it for years. I remember during college I would be more experimental towards fashion and wearing different types of styles, if you know what I mean. But then I think I found my comfort zone and I just have stuck through that comfort zone. So even I'm experimenting every single day. So I thought I would talk through and maybe help someone in finding their personal style. Hi, I just quickly wanted to add that finding or having a personal style does not mean that you stick to just one particular aesthetic. You can experiment and wear multiple styles and aesthetics as long as you love wearing it, as long as you think it looks good on you. So let's jump into the video. So when I say find your personal style, I in no way mean that you have to completely overthrow your wardrobe and buy a complete new wardrobe to create your personal style. I just mean that how to work your way through the pieces that you already have in your closet, how to find out your comfort zone and the comfort zone which gives you the most amount of confidence. So my first point is documenting your outfit for at least 2 weeks. For 2 weeks at least. Now that's the minimum amount of time that I would say, or more is better obviously. So at least for 2 weeks try documenting, or like clicking pictures, basically clicking pictures of your everyday outfit, your OOTD. Now when you look back, you'll remember, you can recall that the days or the outfits that you felt the most comfy in or most confident in, or that fit you the best, or someone complimented you that day. Maybe you could share these pictures with a friend or a family member or your best friend and see what they thought. Maybe you're dressy, maybe you're always minimal, maybe you would always opt for whites or blacks or nudes or pastels, or maybe you like a lot of mix match of patterns. So that ways you'll be able to figure out through the documentation that the pieces or the outfits that you really liked. Now coming to point number 2, that is study your own closet. Try locating the key pieces that fit you really well, that flatter your body type really well, that you always go for. Now for me, I really like wearing whites. So if I open my closet, that is one of the things in my personal style. Okay, so it might get a little tedious, but you could also try arranging your wardrobe as per colors. So that way, if you color coordinate your entire wardrobe, you'll come to know at least the color that you always opt for. You'll know the color that you always feel comfortable in, and in that you can see the pieces that you wear most. Number 3 is listing your daily routine and your comfort level. Now I don't know if you've realized this, but I have done it a lot of times. Like, I completely ignore my daily life and my daily routine or the job that I have when I'm looking at fashion. It's more like subconsciously I've just forgotten about it and I don't want to think about it. Maybe I've seen someone, a celebrity, like I personally love the lingerie bustier trend, but I also have a 10 to 7 job, and those two cannot collide. And that's the thing that we have to keep in mind, that our daily lives, what do we do every day? Maybe it's job, maybe you're going to school, maybe you're going to college. When you divide your time of your daily activities, you'll come to know where to really invest, so that you don't end up buying those trendy pieces that you can only wear 30% of the time in your week, and you fall short of good pieces in that 50% of your time, if it makes sense. Number 4 is research. Now, research is very crucial in every single field for obvious reasons. I'm going to start with one of the most common accessible platforms, that is Instagram. On Instagram, you can try saving a lot of images that you like. You can look for hashtags and save them and create your boards on the save page. Similarly, the second most commonly accessible is Pinterest. Now, Pinterest is another great source of fashion. So create your boards, pin a lot of images, and at the end, when you have done both Instagram and Pinterest, you can go through and see if there's a similar pattern, if there are pieces and styles, especially clothing items, that you've pinned a lot. So that ways you'll be able to figure out key pieces that you like, the styles that you really like, if there's a theme going on, if there's a color pattern going on, if there is a particular subculture that you follow a lot. Then thirdly, in research, what I really love to scroll through is the sartorial list. I will link them in the description box. You can go check the website. It is a fashion photography website by Scott Schumann. What I really like about this website is that it's not only like other fashion magazines or websites, it's not only photos that are styled by some fashion director or some stylist, and there's a concept behind it, and there is a proper background, and like 10 other people are involved in creating that particular ensemble and that photo. So it's basically, he goes around streets and finds fashionable people. These are normal people like us and who have great sense of style. So I really like going through because they are more relatable, you know. Like, we look up to models and brands and stylists, like we look up to them, but then when you see a normal person going about their daily work, it's more relatable that way. So I really like scrolling through sartorial list and finding my personal inspirations, and then obviously I save those images on my Pinterest boards. Number 4 for research is finding your style icons. Now, they can be models, they can be influencers, they can be stylists, they can be anyone, basically anyone with good sense of style that you really like. So you can jot down a couple of them. I love Sarah Harris. I love her style for her androgynous fashion with that silver hair. You can jot down the people that you like to follow and end up saving their images and creating your boards. Now we come to the most fun part of finding our personal style, and something that I think all of us really love doing, that is shopping. Now I've divided the shopping category into like 5 parts. So the first one is investing in good basics. Suppose you're building a house and you don't have a good foundation, the building is not going to last. It's similar to that. If you do not have good basics that don't last you a long time, and you will not have a steady foundation to create your outfit from. Try sticking to brands whose clothes really fit you, that flatter you. Maybe you find a top or a t-shirt, say, that you really like. So try and buy it in multiple colors. Number 2 is making lists. This is something that I always do, especially when suppose I am binge watching a series or movies, or I am watching YouTube videos. I always have a list on my notes page on my phone. Maybe after a week you've had, say, 5 to 6 options that you have in your list. Now this is the very crucial part, that after you've made your list, say for a week or 2, you wait for another 2 weeks. You wait for another 2 weeks, and that will actually give you the knowledge that you are actually interested in buying that clothing item, and not only in the spur of the moment you just end up buying it only to not wear it ever again, and you've just worn it once or twice. So that is a complete waste. So do not do that. Make lists, wait for a month to see that you actually really require that piece in your life. Thirdly, when you're going out to shopping or maybe you're scrolling websites, always start at referring to your boards that you've saved on your Pinterest or say on your Instagram, and figure out the pieces that are occurring multiple times. Now the next point, it is something that has changed my life, because I have always been an impulsive shopper and I just used to pick up whatever I liked, and I wore it maybe once because I liked it at that particular time, and then I never ended up wearing it ever again. So to correct that, I started following the rule of 24. So you visited the shop, you liked something, and then, or maybe on a website you liked something, you wait for 24 hours. And even after 24 hours, if you're still thinking about that item, you definitely should go and buy it. I quickly want to add that you'll end up noticing that 9 out of 10 times you have completely forgotten about the item within the next couple of hours. Actually, you don't even have to wait 24 hours. So that's the thing, that even if after 24 hours, it's a long time, that product is still stuck in your head, definitely go for it. So that is the rule of 24. Now coming to point number 4 in shopping is that when you've picked up something that you really liked, try matching it or pairing it with different items. That ways you'll come to know if you're able to wear that particular item for multiple occasions. So try pairing it with different things from the store. It might not be your style, but at least you'll come to know if you'll be able to style it or not. Make sure that whatever item you buy, you should be able to style it at least a minimum of 3 different ways. That ways you'll get the value for money, and also you'll end up reaching for it more. Now the 5th point for the shopping category is that have a tailor handy. It works magic when you have a tailor handy. Gather some clothes that you can use as spares because they don't fit you well, or you don't like them, or they're pretty old. Take them to 2-3 tailors and get them altered to your size. Now when you've gone to 2-3 tailors, you'll come to know which tailor is the best at sewing, and not just sewing but also measuring your body and giving that item the perfect fit for your body type. So those are all the points that I had to state today to finding your personal style during this lockdown. I would really like to add here that finding your personal style is more like a journey, and it's a journey without a destination, I would say, because personal style is always evolving, and it's not something that will just happen overnight or with a click of a button. So you'll have to keep on trying different types of aesthetics and moods and styles to actually find your perfect balance of stylish and comfortable and confident. It's more like practicing something. So I hope that this video helps you guys and you guys liked it. That is all for today. Bye.